Yeah, actually, basically, what we are looking at that the Earth is a one system, and the various processes which are happening is interconnected. So, when we want to use or the information about the Earth system and to build certain services, say for agriculture or for the hazards, then we need to integrate the data of an entire globe. And this we need to do with the collaboration of various other countries, because you can't collect the global data without the collaboration with the other countries. The second important part is that how the interaction is taking place between the different, like within ocean and atmosphere, or between snow and ocean and atmosphere. So this changes which are occurring, or the processes which are interacting, where the mass and energy is transferred from one system to the other system, this we need to continuously monitor and find out how the changes are taking place. Now, once we understand this, then we model and make a forecast model, say for weather. Now, this information is used to take to the grassroots level, like say when you get weather information to the farmers, or for the ocean related information to the fisherman, or to disaster related information like cyclone and all to the local governments, so that they can plan the relief and rescue for the local population. Also, there are certain issues which is very important, that there are global connections, in the sense if something happens in India, or something happens in Arctic, or something happens in Antarctica or in Asia, these are all connecting to each other. That means that if there are heavy rains in Himalayas, it can affect right up to the Arctic. So we need to understand such global level processes to further improve our understanding that how each system is responding to the change. And currently with the climate change, we need to build similar service, what we call as a climate service, that what is likely to happen after 1 year or 5 years or 10 years, so that we can prepare the response mechanism to address those issues. So this basically is my talk for this. The ISPRS is very critical in this whole thing, because the one is we need global observations, especially satellite-based observation, which is one of the very important topic which ISPRS deals, both from the sensors angle as well as the remote sensing. The second important part which ISPRS is closely is related to various measurements, especially photogrammetry and related computer vision and all. So which is also in this understanding, this forms a very critical role, because we use all kinds of information which is available. And third, the large amount of data is organized. Because of the global data, we also need the spatial information science, or GIS as we call, is also part of this. So ISPRS, all its major functions is very much critical to understand the entire Earth system. And lastly, we need also to build capacity, which is also ISPRS major activity, where you need to build capacity at various levels, at individual level, at organizational level, at national and regional level. So all this ISPRS has been contributing very immensely. So I think both this is very closely related to ISPRS objectives, and as a general society, what they would like to do.